in this particular, profession case. So let him listen to wise counsel. Allow lawyers to. He has taken a rash decision. We know that.
But you can restrain
his steps and then let a good lawyer, a competent lawyer, take over the case.
All right, gentlemen. Okay, let's move straight to our final conversation. In the ongoing struggle for lasting peace in many troubled states in northern Nigeria, events are unfolding to show whether a leopard can change its spot. There are reports that notorious bandit leader Bello Turji has released about 100 captives as part of a renewed peace initiative in Zamfara State. Security sources noted that the release followed ongoing dialogue and confidence-building efforts led by community leaders under the Northwest Operation Safe Corridor peace process. The victims, including men, women and children, were handed over to local authorities and taken to a hospital for medical examination before being reunited with their families. In the face of this, the governor of Niger State, Bago, has urged residents to defend themselves against persistent bandit attacks. Governor Bago insisted that his administration will neither negotiate with nor pay ransom for criminals under any circumstances. The governor said the state has reached a critical stage that demanded collective action, warning that ransom payments will only embolden the criminals and turn kidnapping into a profitable venture. Okay, two stories in one. So we'll start with the bandit leader, Bello Turji. Does the release of 100 captives indicate genuine commitment to peace, or this is just a tactical retreat?
Well, negotiating with bandits to start with is not something I think should be in the first instance, because how do you negotiate with a criminal? And if you negotiate with a criminal and that criminal releases 100 victims, how many victims does he have in his custody? What is 100 compared to the number that are still with him? Then do we also have a good understanding of what went into that negotiation before the 100 people were released? And you ask yourself this question: if we want others to be released, what else are we going to be doing? What are we going to be giving in order to get more victims released? So all of this, it may look as if it's a peace deal, that it's something that is going to at least allow peace to reign. But the fact that you are sitting with a terrorist and you are doing this kind of negotiation shows that the terrorist, or whatever it is having the upper hand. That's the way I will look at it. Because you don't negotiate with terrorists. You kill them. You kill them, you wipe them off. And the fact that you are also negotiating shows that there is something you would have loved to do, but that you are restrained, you couldn't do for whatever reason. So it's like a game of power. And in this case, it will appear as if we are praising or happy about the release of 100 people, it will appear as if the terrorists are the ones that are having the upper hand in this case.
I mean, negotiating with the known bandits like Bello Turji.
I don't call them bandits, I call them terrorists.
Terrorists, okay. Yeah. But can this really lead to sustainable security, or do you just see this as just temporary relief?
No, of course it's temporary, because this is somebody that the Nigerian army have been looking for. They've been looking for him for years, and all of a sudden he's giving us Greek gifts. He's releasing our people, fine, but it shouldn't be like that. These are somebody who has been killing people, raping women, displacing people, and at the end of the day, he's now releasing 100, and then we want to give him flowers. No. I don't subscribe to celebrating terrorists or bandits in any way. bandits are, once you call yourself a bandit leader or you're a terrorist, you are supposed to go to heaven, just like Otoju will say. They send you to heaven to go and meet your God, your maker. Because you too, you do not want other people to live. So why are you? You don't want to exist where other human beings are existing. So then we'll send you to your maker. That's how it's supposed to be. He has been disturbing the people in Zamfara. Yes, we know that is a major problem. This one that he's doing is just for us to calm down.
But why is it so hard?
But it shouldn't be like that.
Him? Why is it so hard?
It shouldn't be like that. Because let me tell you, just like she said, he's now releasing 100. So it means he has more. So, but what are we giving in return for this 100? Now, what have we given him? Have we given him respite? Have we given him money? What have we done? Because there's something that would have pathways for him to say, I'm releasing 100. So he will have, if he has 100, it means he has 200.
Okay. Now, the second part of this conversation, Niger State governor. Okay. The governor said that he will never first ability to negotiate it. The governor is saying that he will never negotiate with bandits. He will not pay any ransom for kidnapped victims. But what does this signal?
Well, anyway, even if he had negotiated before,
in the past,
he's saying that he
has learnt his lesson.
Yes, that he's not going to negotiate. But the thing for me is that now calling on the people to defend themselves. That is now where the problem is. Because the people rely on the states to defend them.
Section 14 of the 1999 Constitution.
So if the governor is now throwing it back to the people to say that now you need to defend yourself. And also the people themselves, even about 4 days or 5 days ago, organized a prayer session, praying to God to also help them and deliver them from the hands of their oppressors, the bandits. Then it means that it's a serious problem. It means that even if the governor is saying defend yourself, probably the people do not have the means and the weapons to defend themselves against this sophisticated
I mean, when the governor says defend yourself, with what?
With what? That's the question. These are people that are fleeing to tops of mountains presently. When they sense any attack, they flee. And they go and hide on top of mountains and the rest. So what do they have to defend themselves? And look at the weapons that the bandits are carrying. So how can they defend themselves against these people?
The governor said defend yourself. But why should the citizens be responsible for their own safety? When the 1999 Constitution, Section 14, Sub 2, which talks about the primary purpose of the government, wealth and security. I mean,
no,
does it mean that they are on their own?
No, what the governor is trying to say is that the governor says that definitely they can do their own part, but citizens must also do their parts.
Like what?
You know, one, I feel citizens must, intelligence gathering is very, very vital. When once you see people or somebody who is not moving or you don't know the person, I think you should be able to tell the security agent. Okay. Now, the second one now, which I don't understand how the governor wants, is for you to defend yourself. What do you want to use to defend yourself? Is it catapult or shakabula? Because if you don't have the means of defending yourself, particularly for people who have lived their life as animals, because anybody that stays in the forest, invariably an animal. You are staying in the forests that has lions, tigers, snakes. Then you have turned yourself into an animal. So the best thing is the governor must now come and redefine what it means by defending yourself. So that people do not take laws into their hands. Okay. Because eventually it can be husband and wife matter, and they say, yeah, he went to bring a bandit and then I had to defend myself. So he has to come out to, because I know why the governor would have angrily said this, because I feel he was angry when he said this thing, because of the number of killings and deaths that
you think it wasn't well thought out?
Yeah, he might have just said it out of anger.
Just in passing.
Out of anger, because it's like he has had it over here. And so he needed to say something to drive home his point that we need to defend yourself, we need to protect you. Because right now I heard he wants to recruit and train. There are so many of them who want to recruit and train, you know, but at the end of the day, we know what he ends up with, you know.
All right, gentlemen, we need to go on another quick break. And when we return, the conversation continues. All right, you're welcome back. It's still Journalist Hangout. All right, gentlemen, we've been talking about negotiation, talking about the governor of Niger State. He will negotiate. Another part said they are negotiating. But negotiating, yes, we've always said that it's wrong. But for the people who lose their lives every day, the community, you know, who lose their lives, helpless, they lose their lives, will you blame them for negotiating just to stop the killing?
Yeah, you see, it's a very tricky situation when someone whose family member has been kidnapped. We understand this. You know, they say don't negotiate with kidnappers and the rest. But you can't have your family in custody of kidnappers and you are saying don't negotiate because you don't want your loved one to die. More so when you know that you are not sure that security operatives will be able to help you. But the downside of this is that it's not going to help because whether you like it or not, you are emboldening these people, these criminals, when you keep negotiating with them. So at the state level, when it comes to the point that at government level you negotiate with criminals, it should be a no-no. Because for an individual, you know that your power, you have less power to actually deal with this situation. But at the state level, you expect the state to have maximum power to deal with any of such situation. For example, you will expect the state to have enough armed power, for example, to kill and destroy any bandits. But the question for me is that why is it that we are just going around this mountain all these years? Could there be other factors responsible for the increase in banditry that we are not looking at? Could there be other factors? Because even when the governor was talking, he referred to informants, even among the people. So could it look at poverty? Yes. Could it be that? Could it be that out of fear, in some communities, that government is not actually providing enough security for them, and if they choose to support government against these bandits, it's going to boomerang against them. Could that be the reason why they will willingly offer themselves as informants to bandits?
Yes, or some are just greed. For their own survival.
Or for their own survival. Or could it be that even they are being paid to do this? You know, when you talk about money, then you go to that poverty level. Then even the banditry itself, are we addressing the foundation of this problem? Or are we just treating it on the surface level? Because if we don't deal with the problem from foundation, let me give you an example. I just came back from the UK, and where I was in the Wales, and the roads were so long and winding, with rocks, mountains, and forest all around. The kind of places you would think that bandits would love to. And my niece was just telling me that you can actually drive here at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. There is no problem.
Nigeria was like this before.
Then you are not going to see any. Do you get it? But then, how did they achieve such level of security? Me, I will always say it, that until we ensure the education of these people that we call bandits, give them good education, let them live life that is supposed to be lived as a citizen of this country. we will continue to have this problem because it's about education, it's about development, it's about economy. We cannot treat it just with military power alone.
I mean, in just 20 seconds, because I'm already getting one in. But in just 20 seconds, your final
I think
thoughts on this.
we've just turned kidnapping into a thriving business, and which is something we need to stop. Okay, and if we continue in that trajectory, we will not go anywhere. We have so many ungoverned spaces in Nigeria, and most communities are not even policed at all. So most people don't even know what is government. So that is where state government and local government have to play a part. They must know all the communities that are within their domain.
State police.
You know, so let them even know, identify. This is where this place community is, and then so that they will be able to know, okay, fine, do we need police stations in all these places? Because if we don't, because that is the only way people can have confidence in the system and also provide intelligence where it matters.
Absolutely. All right, thank you so much. Olavisiteju Folutile, it's so good to have you back.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this. Asuko James.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming around. And that's it on Journalist Hangout today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11. Join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangout on Sunday. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Benga Oreshegun. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.